music sensation celebrated a medical milestone. The hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis seemingly came from nowhere, rocketing to #1 without a record label. But Ryan Lewis has a personal story you probably don't know, and he shared it with Ben Tracy.
You may know Ryan Lewis as the fur coat-wearing, DeLorean-driving half of the rap duo known as Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Their debut independent album, The Heist, reached #1 and earned them 4 Grammy Awards. But despite being thrown headfirst into fame, there is something Lewis has not talked much about until now.
When you got famous, did you assume at some point you'd have to talk more publicly about this?
I mean, I have an AIDS ribbon tattooed on my arm. Like, if you're gonna do that, you gotta be kind of willing to share.
He's talking about his mother, Julie Lewis. She is HIV positive. She lived with the disease for 30 years.
I had been married a couple years, and we were expecting our first child. She was born. It was a difficult delivery, and I lost a lot of blood, and so I ended up needing a blood transfusion.
It was 1984. Donated blood was not routinely checked for HIV. 6.5 years later, Julie found out her donor was HIV positive. She now had 3 children, including Ryan.
My immediate concern was, is our whole family infected? Because the minute I found out I was HIV positive, the next step was that every single person in our family needed to have an HIV test. And we had to wait 3 or 4 days for those tests to come back, and I will tell you that was the longest 3 or 4 days I will have ever lived.
Despite having a 25% chance of being HIV positive, none of her children were infected. Neither was her husband. But Julie was told she would be dead within 3 to 5 years. She was 32 years old.
But you know what's amazing? My mom never died. She lived.
In an online video launched Tuesday, Ryan Lewis announced his family's way of celebrating his mom's 30-year survival.
We want to build medical centers worldwide that will stand strong for at least 30 years. It's called the 3030 Project.
The first health center will be built in a village in Malawi where more than 1 in 10 adults has HIV or AIDS. They currently have to walk 2 hours down a mountain to the nearest medical care.
If that community stays healthy, that means that the parents stay healthy. And if the parents stay healthy, they can earn a living. And if they're earning a living, then those children can go to school.
Ryan and his music partner, Ben Haggerty, that's Macklemore's real name, are the first donors. They are hoping to inspire others to give and fund 30 health centers worldwide, serving 600,000 people.
We want to see this idea put into action.
It's pretty amazing for me that that my family could have this story, my mom could go through all of this, and it could come to this point, that I could use sort of the platform that's been provided to invest my time and energy into something that that is just really positive.
That is a perfect use of fame.
Yeah, it really is.
In such a celebrity-obsessed culture, to see how you can translate that into something so meaningful, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and a great way to respond to something that happened to your family and do something really good as a result.
Dr. John LaPook, Dr. Holly Phillips.